Hi, my name is Bill, and today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the water inlet valve on your washer. The reason why you might have to do this is because you're getting no water at all, because you're not getting the proper temperature water when you're washing your clothes, or because water is leaking onto the floor. For this repair, we'll be using a 1/4" nut driver, a 5/16 nut driver, a Phillips head screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, a pair of needle nose pliers, and a pair of channel locks. Warning: before doing any repairs, please disconnect your power source. So this is the washer we'll be using in this demonstration. It's an Amana, and yours might be a little bit different than what we've got here, but the same technique should still apply. We're going to have to turn our washer around. Make sure you turn your water off. And once we've turned our water off, we can use our channel locks to unscrew the water inlet hose from the water line. And you're also going to want to make sure that you've got a towel or maybe a bucket handy, because when you do this, there is most likely going to be a bit of water still in that line, and it's going to come out once you loosen up the connection. Yeah, just like that. And now I'll just carefully set this down into my bucket. And there's that one. And I can set that down as well. And now we'll remove the hose from the back of the washer. So in order to get the control console off, we're going to have to undo 4 screws. You've got these 2 screws up here, and then 2 screws that are inside right there. We're going to start with our 1/4" nut driver, and we're going to remove this screw here. Now I'm going to use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the other 2 screws. And these screws actually don't come out of there, they kind of just stay right there. Now that those screws are out, what we can do is push our console forward and just lean it down now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug the timer here. So I'm going to use a flathead screwdriver to lift up on this tab, and then I'm just going to pull out and we're going to unplug the cords here. And we're going to put the screwdriver underneath this and unplug these wires as well. That'll give us a little bit more slack to work with. Now I'll use a 1/4" nut driver, and I'm going to take the grounding screw out. And we'll just move the grounding wire off to the side. And then I'll put the grounding screw back in just a little bit, not all the way down, so that holds it in place. Now I'll unplug the rest of these wires up here. This one's got a clip on one side, so we're just going to pull that up like that. There we go. Now we can just move the control console up a bit so it's out of our way. Now I'll take the needle nose pliers, and I'm just going to squeeze in on this locking tab right here. And we're going to just pull this out. There we go. Now we're going to unplug the air tube. And we're just going to feed it out of everything. And now we're going to just pull this out from the clip that it's in. And now we can set the console up off to the side a bit better. So the last thing I want to do is I want to unclip these wires here and unplug them. So now all the wires are undone, and I can take the back panel and move it out, and we'll have some room to work here. So this big piece right here is going to be our water inlet valve. So in order to get it out, I'm going to be unclipping these wires from each other. So this blue piece right here is just the tab that we're going to push down, and we're going to pull those apart. Now we need to get this anchor out, so we're going to go on the other side. So from this side, we're going to use our needle nose pliers, and we're going to squeeze in on the tabs, and we can feed it through the hole in the front. So now we'll show you from this side. What we're going to do is we're going to lift up on the water inlet, and that'll release it, and we can tilt it and remove it. Now you can grab your new OEM replacement water inlet valve. If you don't have one already, you can find it on our online store. So to put the water inlet valve in, we're going to line up these 3 tabs here with 3 holes, and we're going to slide them in and slide them up. And from this side, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Once you slide them up, you can then slide it down, and that'll lock the valve into place. Now we can plug it in, and that just clips in. And then we're going to push the anchor through the hole and lock those wires into place. So now we're going to feed the air pressure hose back down through this little clip right here. So now we'll plug in our lid switch. And we'll just work our way over with all the wires. And we'll plug in everything. There we go. Now we're going to put our console back into place, and we're going to slide the top over the metal here, just like that. And you're going to want to make sure that the straps are on the outside so you can screw them back in. As you do this, you're also going to want to make sure that the clips on the bottom of the console are inside the bottom holes right here. Now we can screw everything back in. Now we can put our fill hoses on. So you see right here, it's got the blue, which means cold. So you're going to plug your hose that you want to be cold into that blue one. Tighten it up by hand as much as you can. Then grab your channel locks. Tighten it up the rest of the way. Same thing with this other hose. You got your red connection here, and so you're gonna just hook up the hose that you want to go to the hot water onto that. Tighten it up by hand as much as you can, and finish it up with the channel locks. So now we'll hook up our fill hose to the water line, and we'll again tighten it by hand all the way. And you want to make sure that you're hooking up the correct hose. So if you're hooking up your hot one like we are right now, just make sure wherever it's marked on the water line that you're hooking it up to the proper connection. And now we'll finish tightening it again with our channel locks. Now this is our cold water line, and we're hooking it up to our cold water. And once you've hooked up both of those lines and got them tightened all the way, you can turn your water on and make sure there's no leaks anywhere. And once you've done that, your repair is complete. Finally, don't forget to plug in your appliance. If you need to replace any parts for your appliances, you can find an OEM replacement part on our website, PCApplianceRepair.com. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and share our video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us make more videos just like these for you to watch for free.